loosely, David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Handoff to the single running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Makes the grab. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's the give off the left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
And the Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pass is broken up incomplete, but wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. The Huskers will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wilson will throw. Catch in the middle. It's Lacy. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the outside. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Got his man quickly. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
To the ground with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Fires to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. Third and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Nebraska. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wilson to pass. Gets it out fast. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
It's complete on the right side. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
They want to run it left here. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run play action. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wilson will throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cooks. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake. And the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Lost a throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Wilson to pass. Good timing on the quick out.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Snap from the gun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. This game right now is sort of still in the balance. And after a long drive by the offense on third down, the defense able to make a play, get a hit on the target, knock it loose for an incompletion. And now it's decision time if you're on offense. What do you do here on fourth?
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. Top 25 teams and a very clear outcome today, guys. Ought to be fun to see how the rankings are impacted this week.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Second down, he'll throw it. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Here's a snap, ready to cut one loose. Finds space on the right. Turns it on in midfield. Hits a seam wide open. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it on the move. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Setting up the screen. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Well, on 3rd down, they go to the running back screen. They're able to get a couple of yards, but not enough for the first. What do they do?
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. Now up by 7 points here in the second. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wilson will throw. He's got the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Third down is a big factor in games. It's something I know this offense in particular practices often throughout the week, but haven't been able to get it done so far in this game on these critical downs. That time, quarterback can't link up with his guy, and they've got to find a better way of being more efficient on third.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Wilson to pass. Fires to the middle. It's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Here's a heat. Pressure's there and he lets it go. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Making side adjustments here. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision, do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wilson will throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Give to the single back. There he goes. A really nice run from deep in his own territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 29.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. They're going to go right back to him on first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many.
Looking for a huge play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Wilson to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Lacy. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
To the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Lacy. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The give on the option. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. It's Allen. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground. The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field.
Well, jet sweep pass. Turning it on. Got enough space. Touchdown, Huskers. And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3's coming soon.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Louisville opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Quarterback may change this route.
Look downfield. He's been open all day.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Looking for more room. He's at the touchdown, Nebraska! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Slithers into space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Makes a connection. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point gets them a little closer at 31-10. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Parker. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Going for the big play. It's picked off and another empty drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway and now they're in business.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. It's a draw. Nice move there. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hard running there. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Going to swing it on second down. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Hands it off. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. On the run, it's Pryor. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass. But up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. And they did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball. They get the TFL. And now they set up 4th and long.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. And this one is perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And now the hit knocks it loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my rump. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first, and he's still going.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Looking for space. It's Pryor.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Cornhuskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they